how I carry myself, what I bring to the table when it comes to just like interacting with people. Like we forget that we have this energy field that is around us. So how can individuals start working on it? And especially women. I see women way more anxious because I work with women. Maybe that's why my data is skewed. But like very anxious, very worried, very stressed, thinking about what I'm going to cook, what I'm going to eat, like my kid, like everything is always up in the air, and there's just a lot of tension. And then they walk into interviews and they're like, oh my God, I don't know why I panicked. I have no clue. What will be your advice of like, how can we start working on that non-verbal presence, apart from, of course, the routines, meditation, and other things, if there's any more tactical things we can do on a daily basis?
Yeah, the other advice I often give to young people is be more natural. And sometimes we get nervous and accept it. Okay, first I'm nervous, and it's fine. You can even tell them, if they can even tell that in the interview. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. Let me take a moment. And that immediately changes the whole setup. And that takes the pressure off from you, and then the other person also understands you better. So that's an example of being more natural in your communication.
Yeah, being more communicative, authentic.
Yes.
Yeah, just like relaxing a bit, or again, meditate before the interview, take a few deep breaths. And, because I always notice that what I notice with people, and because in my work with women, is that first they doubt their abilities. So therefore, like a lot of the way they talk is more defensive, because they're feeling like, and now I need to make sure that they don't find out how less I know. And then the way they enter some of these interviews, they're very defensive, or they hit the panic button, and then their central nervous system is like, okay, now there's a bear in front of us, so therefore we can't like be objective anymore. And now we're like palpitating, our heart rate is up, and we think that's normal. That's how we should react in interviews. And I'm always telling them it's emotional regulation. If you can't do that, then why would I hire you for a $300,000 job? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what are you going to do when I throw a project at you when you can't even like get your stuff together in an interview? And I think a lot of people are not realizing that that's what the interview is for. It's not about the words that are coming out of your mouth or the examples you're giving. All they're trying to test you for is your ability to handle a bunch of things, make decisions quickly, and then demonstrate if you've done that before. And it's all about how you carry yourself in those situations. So I was telling someone, I was like, if you have to give an example, tell them, when they say like, tell me about time when you failed, tell them your biggest failure. And then tell them exactly how you worked through that failure, because that will help you stand out better than you like telling them a little thing that you did and then wrap it up into like, but it was not a failure and it was a fine. Like, and it's like, no, like, be authentic and then try to explain how you deal with stress. But I think everybody just does the opposite. They walk into interviews completely stressed, and they're like, now I'm going to try to give the right answer. But has that happened in your experience where you've seen people like using stress at the wrong time?
I mean, I'm sure we all had such experiences, such moments in our past, and learning from them and being aware of that. And one thing that you mentioned was like, we normalize that. It's like, okay, this is the normal way to act. No, this is not. And we can come out of that. Like, I don't have to panic.
Panic is never an option, I think. And all of us are like always at the edge of our seats because of all the social media. And, they have to create that like storytelling where we're always on the edge of our seats. And so how does social media play a role in all of this? I know this is a big conversation to go into, but are you not on social media? Do you not use it? And if you do, like, how do you use it?
I use it a little bit. I'm more on, I would say, in the professional side of things, communicating with my colleagues about work, research, and any initiatives that we are launching. That's most use of social media I make.